Hey, what's up, guys? Back. It's been a while since I posted on this channel here. I got new merch, Race Till I Die, which I put Till I Die. I'll put a link down below to my merch, my shirts, whatnot on Teespring. But anyway, just my 2 cents and my 2 cents only on the past weekend, the Supercross at ZMAX. Uh, the event, I mean, I wasn't there personally at the event. I was gonna go, but it started raining. Like I'm only 45 minutes away. But I was gonna go, but I was just like, man, I don't want to get soaked. I don't want to be sitting in the bleachers with soggy pants. But anyway, I think the event is a good idea. I think they should have done this a long time ago. But uh, man, you gotta give these racers a break. Racers a break. I mean, good gosh, But uh, yeah, like it kind of makes me wonder what's the state of Supercross and motocross financially at this point. You know, uh, with everything going up, cost of everything going up, it kind of makes you wonder: are they hurting? And they had to do this, and then they kind of see the threat of World Supercross. Which I hope that takes off. Uh, Formula One races all over the world, and the sport we have doesn't, or does, but it's very divided. But anyway, moving forward with the video, uh, first thing that stood out, my 2 cents only, was Chase. And it just makes me wonder, has he been playing with us? Like out there rolling around on the ground and whatnot. And then these last couple of, or last playoff races, he's just gonna just and be like, hot psych, I was playing with y'all. Like, where has this Chase been? Uh, Different Chase than what we seen in outdoors. Just totally different. Um, and as y'all know, he's gonna be going to KTM here. This is last year, as both the Jett boys are gonna be up on, I think, 450s, I think, or maybe just Jett. I mean, not Jett, Lawrence. Uh, Lawrence boys are gonna be on the 450s. Uh, Kind of makes one. I think it's Hunter is gonna be on it too. Yeah, I think Hunter's moving up too, and that's why Chase is exiting and it's fresh start. But it was just wild to see the different kind of Chase. And Chase is a technical rider, so I think this track suited his riding style. What was crazy is the track was slick and the rain and mud and stuff like that, and didn't wash out the front end on this one. And I don't know if it was the money involved, or the money involved elevated everybody up. Uh, Everybody's game just went through the roof. Um, but yeah, that's my 2 cents on what I saw with Chase. I just saw a different Chase this go around. Now moving on to Cooper Webb. Cooper Webb showing up to Star Racing Yamaha, gung ho, prove a point. But Cooper Webb's at a point to where he's got to perform. It's like, okay, here's your bike. Okay, here's your forks. You didn't like Alden's program? Okay, here you go. We're giving you everything. You got to perform. So right now, from my 2 cents of what I saw a kind of a do or die kind of Cooper Webb. Like, hey, I got to make this happen. There's no plan B. This has got to work. Um, that's the Cooper Webb I saw. He looked good on the bike, looked comfortable on the bike. I'm not exactly sure what really happened with him and KTM. Like, it just looked like he didn't gel with the bike, didn't gel with the people. Roger DeCoster from, people I know that's been around him and whatnot, he's a straight shooter guy. Don't sugarcoat. Here it is. So, but now Cooper has got everything he wanted. Now you got to go out and show us. So, yeah. So that's just my thought on Cooper Webb. Glad he's back with Star. Kind of makes me wonder, like, they got what 450 riders. Kind of makes me wonder, like, who are they elevating up? Like, when they go ride together, who's the rabbit in this? Eli been questionable at this point, but would he be the rabbit for Cooper, or would Cooper be the rabbit for him? I forgot the other guy name that's moved up to the 450 on Star. Is Cooper and Eli the rabbit for him? When they go out ride together down to Star Compound. But Cooper, we're gonna probably see some old Cooper Webb take out no hold bar banging attitude Cooper and letting it all hang out and getting in riders' heads, just getting in their heads. But I think that style of getting in somebody's head, to where these riders now are so mentally strong, is kind of like of the past. But that's just my 2 cents. Anyway, move on to Jett. My thoughts on Jett. At that race in Charlotte, you had money on the line and everybody came to race. It was like, money on the line, let's go. Like, all right. And then also everybody, I think, is coming back, kind of healthy, and just the money just brought out the racer. But it's like everybody's coming back kind of healthy from injuries or whatnot, and they're ready to ride Supercross, ready to ride something different, smelt blood in the water. And then also it looks like Jett just isn't, my 2 cents, he just isn't a Supercross rider. Outdoor flow, bounce around, breaking bumps, bounce over obstacles like, Stewart did back in the day. Create lines, but what I saw this past weekend, it was just like he's not a Supercross rider. I mean, that can be learned, just takes time, but and then the Z-Max track was just super hard. So, but he could learn it, But that's just my 2 cents. So you take that for a grain of salt. Y'all comment down below what y'all think. Move along to 250s now. Thoughts on Hunter? Hunter, and with the money on the line and people coming in 250s, kind of, they're healing up from their injuries. He's got some racers. He's got some guys that like, hey, it's time, it's race. Like he's in that now where it's race time, and you're with some true racers, And then plus, I think he got a bad start, took off, off the gate, crashed in the first turn. Track was hard to pass on. I didn't see that many riders using that option lane that much. I saw, Danger Boy, Deegan, I saw him using it. But it was just like Hunter, once he went down, he fought back as much as he could. But nobody on this track with that money, nobody was giving an inch, nobody was like I said, you go into some of those corners, you may saw 3 ruts, and each rut had a rider in it at the same time, trying to battle for ruts and whatnot. And then I don't think the rhythm section offered anything for anybody to make some moves on. I think it slowed everybody down. No matter what option they took, they came out the end the same. And I don't think Ricky or James or I don't think Ricky or James designed this layout. I don't know who designed this layout in particular, but anyway, that's just my thoughts on Hunter. Just a bad start, and just couldn't make up time. And everybody kicked it into high gear. Next, moving on, thoughts on Deegan. This here kind of gave Deegan an eye-open of what's to come. Back as I said, of the other contenders, Deegan's up against some racers now. Like, these are racers that maybe have been out last season, or they're healing up, or something, but he's against some, like, put you on the ground kind of racers, And then also the other teams, like Pro Circuit and the other teams, I think, bike handling wise, I think they might have caught up to Star Racing's bike. So where Deegan, Star Racing had a kind of an edge on everybody, I think Pro Circuit and Honda and all those, I think they've caught up. So Star Racing don't really have that edge. I think Mitch has found something in the engine, so he's getting power now. That's just my thought. And Deegan, his guys stay off the ground. Like, those little lapses, he's got to stay off the ground. So he's got to calm down and let the race come to him. And he's got too much, this is my 2 cents, he's got too much distraction around him and hype. And, he backs it up. I ain't saying hype bad or anything like that. He backs it up, but he's got to calm down and just and then know, but this comes with time, who knows? He might be the 250 East or West champion, this year. Moving on, sorry, I don't want to stick around on Deegan. Shimoda. I think Shimoda's injuries is healed up. I think with what Mitch has found on, the power and their suspension package, I think Shimoda is the guy right now in 250s. And he's always been the guy, but, last year he got hurt, got injured, and he's just recovering. So I think he's healed up, and it's time. And I think he will be either 250 East or 250 West. I think he will be the champion of that. Who knows, after the end of this here, the playoffs or whatever, I think he might be the 250 guy. But it's too early to say that, but I just had that feeling. And same way with Chase. The way Chase ran off with this one in the 450s, he might be the playoffs guy at the very end to win, all the money. Now, bonus, there's a guy podcast I've been watching for a while, a long time, Gypsy Tales. And he was talking about what if they took away the paddle tire? my 2 cents on it and my thoughts, I think they should take away the paddle tire. It's just like it. I don't know. It just seems like everybody's riding the same rut, and if they took away that paddle tire, would there be more line options? And should they? I think there should be more guidelines and rules on tires and the compounds and stuff like that, to where it kind of equals out to where it's like a little more equal playing field. I mean, all the guys that run a Dunlop, and others, but who knows? Maybe they should be a spec tire. Anyway, I'm back, watching the races and gonna be at some races, and this is just my 2 cents. Check out my merch. Like I said, I'll put the link in the description. But yeah, welcome back. I'm happy to be back. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like and subscribe, thumbs up. But yeah, y'all comment down below what y'all think, what y'all seen, what stood out to y'all. But yeah, see y'all soon.